Today, I'm gonna be talking about WrestleMania 37.
WrestleMania, baby! Woo!
And my predictions for the match card. First, let's go off. Finally, we have WrestleMania back with the crowds, which is a great thing. And a lot of people want that again. And, you know, hopefully we don't get any cases. And, the match cards are pretty stacked, but the build of the show hasn't been that good, to be honest, and that's what I think. So let's head on to the matches, shall we? So the first match is the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. I think it's gonna be on night one. It's just been announced. 22 competitors, but only one of them stands out. I mean, these are the competitors right here. Who do I think is going to win? My prediction for that match is Shinsuke Nakamura. I mean, he has been building himself up. They've been building Shinsuke as this great wrestler. They're building him back to what he used to be, essentially. And I think that Shinsuke Nakamura is going to win the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. The first one-on-one match of night one. Well, I don't know if it's going to be in that order, but let's just assume. The first match that I have here is Cesaro against Seth Rollins. I really like the build of this match. I mean, it wasn't bad. I give them props for what they're trying to do. They're trying to push Cesaro, and they want him to face like a very prestigious wrestler and my personal favorite, Seth Rollins. And all bias aside, I think that Cesaro is gonna win this. I mean, if he doesn't win this, then what was the point of the entire feud? Then it wouldn't make any sense. The next match we have here is Bad Bunny versus The Miz. You see, a lot of people are hating on Bad Bunny being in WWE. I think it's a really good way to show off the product to a lot of different people. I mean, I know a lot of people that don't watch wrestling per se, and they come to me and they're like, oh my god, Bad Bunny is in the WWE, and you see, and then they get invested in the other storylines, which is a really good thing. I mean, Bad Bunny is a huge name, but the build for this match, it's been building up since the Royal Rumble. I mean, I really hate that The Miz lost the WWE Championship so fast. And I mean, 8 days later, 8 days after he won it. But I mean, this is kind of a big match as well for The Miz. I mean, a lot of eyes are gonna be on Bad Bunny, and I think Bad Bunny is gonna beat a former WWE champion. Yes, Bad Bunny is gonna win that match. Hello everyone, quick update for the WrestleMania 37 match card. The Miz and Bad Bunny is no longer a singles match, it is now a tag team match. The Miz teams up with Morrison facing Bad Bunny and Damian Priest. I mean, I should have seen that one coming. My money's still on Bad Bunny and Damian Priest. I think they're gonna win that match. And also another update to the WrestleMania 37 match card is we're gonna have a tag team turmoil match to determine the #1 contenders for the women's championship, women's tag team championships. Ruby Riott and Liv Morgan versus Natalya and Tamina versus Lana and Naomi versus Mandy Rose and Dana Brooke, and I think they might add Billie Kay and Carmella, maybe on SmackDown. And if they do add Billie Kay and Carmella, my money would be on Billie Kay and Carmella to go on to night 2 to face the women's tag team champions. But if they don't add them, my money's on the Riott Squad, so it depends on whether they add Billie Kay and Carmella or not. If they don't add them, then my money's on the Riott Squad. If they do, then Billie Kay and Carmella are gonna go on and face Shayna Baszler and Nia Jackson. They're gonna be the new tag team champions. Yep, that's all for the update. Shane McMahon versus Braun Strowman in a steel cage match. I think the match might live up to its potential, and I also think that Braun Strowman is gonna win. That's all I have to say. I mean, the feud wasn't, the rivalry, the build-up of this match came kinda out of nowhere. I mean, why is Shane hating on Braun? What did Braun ever do to Shane? I guess we'll never find out, but that's the WWE for you. And and another tag team match. I mean, I really like this feud. I don't know. I mean, I haven't really been reading a lot of people's opinions on it, but the New Day versus AJ Styles and Omos. I feel like this match has a lot of potential to be a really good match, and I think Omos might surprise us here. I think he might show us like a great way, like it's a great way to introduce him in a tag team match, a great debut for him at WrestleMania. Come on, that's really big, and no pun intended. And my prediction for this match is AJ Styles and Omos for the win. So let's head on to the Women's Championship match, the Smackdown Women's Championship match, that is. And the Royal Rumble winner, Bianca Belair, takes on Sasha Banks. A lot of people are debating and saying that this match should be on the main event. I don't think it should be on the main event. The build-up wasn't there. I mean, it's not on. I mean, Sasha Banks and Bianca Belair are one of the two greatest female wrestlers we have in the WWE, or maybe in the entire world. But the only problem is that the build was really bad. I mean, like, no disrespect to the competitors, but they haven't been written in that well. And I mean, come on, this is pretty obvious to me. I think Bianca Belair is gonna win this match. So my money's on Bianca. And the main event, I hope it's the main event, because I really like this build-up. Bobby Lashley versus Drew McIntyre for the WWE Championship. This one's a bit tough to predict, and it's a bit tough to call, because I mean, they kind of wrote themselves in a corner where you don't know if Drew is supposed to win, because the fans are back, and he's always been built up as a strong babyface. But Bobby Lashley has been a great champion. I mean, I really like what they're doing, but I hate that they broke up the Hurt Business. I mean, come on, why do that? And they were on their peak. Come on, guys, you shouldn't have done that. The Hurt Business were the best thing on Raw. They were like one of the only reasons why I'd watch Raw. But you know, we still have MVP, so that's good. I really love MVP. He's a really great talker, one of the best ever. Yes, ever. But if I had to put my money on someone, you know what? I'm going for Drew McIntyre, and Bobby Lashley is gonna beat him again to become a two-time champion, just so that Drew can get that fan reaction that he missed out on last year. I feel like Drew McIntyre is gonna win this, and that's the reason why they're keeping it at the main event, to send people home happy. Or some people home happy, at least. And this year, WrestleMania is 2 nights. So, night 2, these are the matches. The first match that I have on here is Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn. And I really like that they brought in Logan Paul. That's like I said with Bad Bunny, I feel like that's a really good way to introduce the WWE to a much younger audience, or like a more mainstream audience. And in that way, they get invested with Logan Paul, and then within that, they'd see what's happening throughout, like, the other matches and the other stories. And it's WrestleMania season. We all know that's the best time to be a wrestling fan, is during WrestleMania season, because after that, you're just, boom, you're dead. You don't want to watch anything. So my prediction for Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn, I think Kevin Owens is gonna win. Cause I'm banking on Logan Paul interfering and costing Sami Zayn the match, and then maybe we have a Sami Zayn versus Logan Paul match. I guess that could happen. So we never know. And the second match we have here, see, now this is great long-term storytelling. We have Big E versus Apollo Crews for the Intercontinental Championship, and that match, I feel like it's gonna be a good match. It might steal the show in a way. I like Apollo's character. I like Apollo's heel turn. I feel like it makes sense that he turned heel, and I feel like it would also make sense for him to become the new Intercontinental Champion, which is why my money is on Apollo Crews. Apollo Crews, new Intercontinental Champion, WrestleMania 37. Let's go. Oh, and this match, we have the Fiend, Bray Wyatt versus Randy Orton. So at this moment in time, Bray Wyatt versus Randy Orton is gonna be a normal one-on-one match, but I really hope so. I really hope it's either a Hell in a Cell match or a Firefly Funhouse match, because it would be not. I mean, it would suck for the fans that want to see the Fiend in action for the first time in a long time. But I mean, they could do half of that match as a cinematic and the other half as like in the actual ring, which would be pretty nice, and then just have the Fiend appear and kill Randy Orton. I feel like that would be a good way. And yes, I did spoil my prediction, and my prediction for this match is the Fiend, Bray Wyatt. WWE United States Championship is on the line. Matt Riddle defends against Sheamus. I mean, I don't know why we're having this one-on-one match for the US title. I feel like I really wanted to see a ladder match for that championship, or the Intercontinental Championship for that case, but we've seen this match before. We've literally seen it on Monday Night Raw. I mean, I don't hate the storyline, don't get me wrong, but I really think like a lot of people are being omitted from the WrestleMania pay-per-view, and I feel like Matt Riddle he's gonna retain the United States Championship. I think Matt Riddle is gonna still be the US champion. Also, I mean, they just revealed it right now. I mean, like literally a couple of hours before this, we'll have Fatal 4-Way Smackdown tag team belt match, and I don't know who are the competitors. I'm sure that we're gonna have Rey Mysterio and Dominic, and Dolph Ziggler and Bobby Roode, maybe Otis and Gable. I don't know who the fourth tag team might be, but my money's on Dominic and Rey Mysterio. I mean, talk about WrestleMania moments. That's a WrestleMania moment for you. So Dominic and Rey Mysterio are going to be the new SmackDown Tag Team Champions. So up next, Rhea Ripley versus Asuka. You know, in a way, I'm more excited for this match than I am for the SmackDown Women's match. I don't know why. Maybe I just like Rhea Ripley and Asuka more. Maybe it's just me being biased, but I think Rhea Ripley is gonna be the new Raw Women's Champion. She's gonna take back her win that she lost last year, where I mean, I feel like it was good that she lost last year, so they could build up to this year and have her win the women's title, the Raw Women's title, which is, I mean, on the WWE scale, it's a larger scale. It's a better championship than the Raw, or the NXT championship. And finally, we have the main event, and I haven't been excited for a WrestleMania main event since maybe WrestleMania 34 or maybe 33 even. I'm excited for this match. Edge versus Roman Reigns versus Daniel Bryan. I love that they added Daniel Bryan. I don't care what you say. Having Daniel Bryan in this match makes it even better. A triple threat match is always better than a one-on-one match. That's it. That's my opinion. Please don't kill me, okay? That's what I think. And I mean, first let's talk about the story. I mean, Roman and Edge had a great story together. I mean, it was gonna be spear versus spear, whatever, good guy, bad guy. But adding Daniel Bryan to the mix makes a lot of sense. Daniel Bryan has always had a bit of a feud sprinkled here and there with Roman Reigns, and I love how I really love this storyline. I really love this storyline. One of the best storylines the WWE has had in a while, and I'm going for Edge to become the new WWE Universal Champion. And these are my predictions. If you'd like more of these videos, if you'd like more wrestling predictions, just let me know in the comments below, and I'll do more of them.